Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. It's Sunday and normally that was almost a nipple. Normally you'd be seeing a weekly vlog today, but I'm actually going to a ball tonight. So I figured I would just do a more, well, I'm still in my setup because it's dark as frig nowadays. But I wanted to do a more casual getting ready. It's 5 o'clock. I need to leave by like 6:15 and I've already showered and blow dried my hair. I figured, look at that. This is what happens when you don't put anything in your hair. I figured I'd do my hair after, but I wanted to get ready with you guys, show you what I'm putting on my face. I'm not going to do my hair. I figured I'd do a more in-depth hair tutorial at a later date, but I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk with you guys and say hello and get ready with you. This is the fresh coconut lip balm. This is the lip balm I keep at my beauty desk, but I just want to show you guys what I am putting on my face. There's not a whole lot of new stuff that I have to talk about because if I'm going to an event, I don't typically use new things. I use things that are tried and true. But anytime I post a photo on Instagram, everyone's always like, oh, tutorial. Oh, and my last, second to last video, my winter dry skin favorites. You guys were all asking about the makeup that I was wearing on my face, which I kind of thought that maybe you guys would ask because it was just really nice lighting that day. I feel like the mustard shirt just made everything look warm and nice, and so many of you asked to see what I was wearing in that video. So I wanted to show you guys. I'm doing that exact eye look today. I might actually do the same face too. Yeah, what the heck? I'll just recreate the makeup from that video, but a little bit more intensified for an event, a night out. So I'm going to start out with my Smashbox Primerizer. Put this on my face, and then I'm going to use the Hourglass foundation stick as well. So I'm going to go pretty heavy-handed with this foundation stick. You guys know this is the Vanish stick. If you watched Friday's video, it was a full face using Hourglass makeup. And this is actually the foundation I was also wearing. Oh, maybe actually no. I might have been wearing that Ilia Serum foundation. I can't remember. But I had quite a bit of coverage on my face that day. I'm not sure, but even if the base isn't entirely the same, like foundation and concealer, I'll still show you guys what I had on the rest of my face to make it accurate. So tonight we're going to the mirror ball, which I didn't realize was an actual thing. At first, I thought it was just like an event. I'm basically going with Burt's Bees. I just did a campaign with them and they invited me, which was so nice. And at first I was like, oh, like this Burt's Bees event and you get a +1, and I was like, oh, maybe it's like their Christmas, holiday themed event. And then when I looked it up, I realized it's a full-on, like, real charity ball. I looked at the photos from the previous years and people wear full-on gowns and all that. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to go out and, like, buy a crazy gown for this. And by the time I had actually looked up what it was, I didn't really have time to rent anything either, so I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to wear. I have a couple of options, but I'll worry about that after. But anyway, the tickets were so expensive, and I'm just so grateful to Burt's Bees for bringing me along. That was so nice. So Burt's Bees, if you're watching, thank you. And I kind of also thought that this would be my little start to some holiday content. It's technically, well, I'm not sure if it's necessarily holiday themed at this ball, but I think I'm going to treat it like some holiday content, This is how I get ready for any kind of party, and especially like a holiday themed ball. So here we are. I wanted to talk about this concealer. This is the Elcie Complete Remedy Concealer, and Sam, actually, right before I moved, I went to her house. It was the last time I saw her, which was so sad. Sam, I miss you. I'm so sorry I left you. I'll be back soon. Yeah, she was getting ready for, I don't remember what she was getting ready for that day, but she put on this concealer, and I was just like sitting on the couch beside her like beauty setup, and I just looked up as she was blending in her concealer, and I was like, oh my God, Sam, what concealer are you putting on right now? And she was like, oh my God, it's like the best concealer. You have to try it. She's like, here, like they sent me a bunch. I think I have your shade. And she whipped it out and she gave me the Elcie concealer. So Sam, thank you so much. I kind of have been doing a lot of like themed Full Face Fridays videos the last few weeks. Like I did the clean beauty. I can't even remember what I did the week before. Oh my God, time is flying. And then I just did the Hourglass, and next week I'm doing Charlotte Tilbury. Stay tuned. So I just realized that I haven't actually talked about this yet. I have the shade medium, and it's so good. It's so good. It works really nicely blended in with your fingers as well. I'm just using a sponge right now because I'm kind of in a hurry. What else is new? But it works beautifully with the finger too. It's just such a good concealer. It looks exactly like skin. It has a semi-radiant finish. It's like medium to full coverage. It's so good, and it stays put on your face all day. So if you're looking for a new concealer to try, it's amazing. Sam, thank you so much for sneaking that one over to me. It's been fabulous. I also wanted to mention, since getting to Toronto, there's so many more like beauty brands here and PR companies, and we've just been going to so many meetings, and I found that I've just really needed my makeup to stay on my face. And normally I didn't really care too much because I didn't really like leave my house all that much. Like I just never really needed my face to stay on for like a full 14-hour day, and here I find that I'm like leaving my house at 8:30 or 9 a.m. and I'm not getting back for hours and hours and hours, and sometimes there's even like a later night meeting or we go for drinks with someone, and I've been half baking with powder, and I never thought I'd say that in my life, because every time someone's like, oh my god, you need to bake your makeup, I'm like, shut up, it's so annoying. Like I kind of just always treated it like this trend that was happening on Instagram and YouTube and whatnot. I've got to say, I've been packing on a little bit more powder. I'm not necessarily baking. I'm not wiping anything off at the end with a brush, but I'm just taking my sponge. This is the Hourglass Translucent Veil Powder, by the way. And I'm just blending it in and kind of setting in the makeup more intensely, like more thickly with powder than I ever would have, because normally, because I have dry skin, I usually stay away from a lot of powder, but I'm realizing that I just need more. I need to set in the makeup, and it's working. It actually just gives quite a flawless finish. I really like that. This base is amazing, but I actually first realized that when I was on the Benefit shoot. If you guys don't know, I've only been talking your ears off about it, but I am a part of the Benefits holiday campaign, which I was so excited about it. We actually shot it back in June. Side note, if you guys want to know the makeup that they used on my face in the campaign shots and the photos, I'll link some of them here. I'm actually saving these for some giveaways coming up for Landmiss, but I'm going to list all of the products that they used on my face in those photos in the description box down below. One of them being their Vanity Flare palette in their holiday collection. You know, all the tins, they're so cute. So I'll link all those products in the description box down below. But anyway, on the shoot, we were there. It was like a full shoot day, and I remember telling the makeup artist at Natty Venti on Instagram, she was so awesome. She like took all this powder and she was really setting the powder into my face, and I was like, hey man, like I've got really dry skin. If you could just go a little bit light with the powder, just let the professional do their work, you know what I'm saying? Don't question your makeup artist, because she ended up doing my makeup. She put a lot of powder on, and I had that like tight feeling in my face, and the whole day I was just thinking like, oh my god, I must be totally cracking off, like my makeup must be flaking off. And though I had that kind of uncomfortable tight feeling, my makeup like 16 hours later, because Dan and I went out for Chinese food in LA after, my skin was perfect at the end of the day. We started that shoot day at like 8 a.m. and Dan and I ended up getting back at like 11 p.m. That makeup was on my face all day throughout, like outfit changes, scene changes, like all the shoots, and then going out and wandering out throughout LA. And my makeup stayed put that whole time. So ever since then, when I need my makeup to stay put, I've been putting a lot more powder on. And I know that's so contrary to anything I've kind of done or talked about thus far on my YouTube channel, but it works. I am a powder convert. That's my rant about that. Using the Kevyn Aucoin medium sculpting powder. It was quite an enlightening moment for me, I must say. And even right now, like obviously depending on the products that you're using on your face, like I don't have that tight feeling, but it definitely is more matte and more set in than I would normally do with my makeup. But again, for long evenings, events, you don't want a lot of shine. You want to make sure your makeup lasts. You guys are going to be like, thank you, we already know this. Thanks, tips. I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs Fantastic Omega Bronzer. Use this to warm up the face. I also want you guys to tell me what you picked up in the Sephora VIB sale. I basically got stuff to feature in my Clean Beauty Full Face Friday Part 2, which I want to film in the next couple of weeks. I'm not sure when I'm planning on posting that. I took all of your guys' recommendations in the first one I did. You guys left so many amazing product recommendations in the comments, so thank you so much for that. I've kind of been on a goose hunt for all of those, so I picked up a bunch of stuff for that second video, and then I've actually been buying a lot of like the Christmas sets and things for my Landmiss giveaways, which I'm really excited about. I think it's gonna be fun. 12 days of Landmiss coming at ya. December 1st, baby. Yeah, I was just buying a bunch of stuff for that, getting stocked up. But I want to hear what you guys are loving right now. Let me know any products that you picked up in the sale, or if you are on a no-buy, and if you're just like, hell nah, I didn't buy anything new, but this is what I'm loving. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what's rocking your boat lately. What's tickling your fancy. I'm going to dip back into that Hourglass Unlocked palette and just go over with that shimmery bronzer. Oh my gosh, speaking of, today is Friday, and I posted the Hourglass video today, and I was looking, and I told you guys that I had ordered some backups for you for the giveaway, and I kind of, like, in the video, I was like, they're both sold out, like, they won't be available. I found them on Beautylish. I don't know as of today, like, as of Sunday, if they're still going to be available, but Beautylish had both palettes still available, and that was the only place on the internet that I could find them still available, and Beautylish ships worldwide, so if you're wanting to get your hands on one of the Hourglass palettes, I'll link the links in the description box down below. And again, today's Friday, so if 2 days from now they're sold out, I'm so sorry for leading you astray, but when I looked, as of today, they were available, so I'll link down below if it's sold out. I'm sorry. Lancome sent over their holiday highlighter. They bring out like a flower highlighter every year. This is the La Rose à Poudrer, very fancy, but it is so beautiful, and I love the packaging. I think it's so fancy, and they basically put a flower in the container that has the highlighter on the petals. So you put your brush on the petals, and that's the highlighter, and it's so pretty. I think it's the most unnecessary thing ever, but also so necessary because it's just so beautiful, and it would be such a beautiful little gift to give to your mom or just anyone. I think it's so fancy and luxurious, and anyway, I wanted to use it today because it's beautiful. So I'm just going to dip my brush into the petals. I wonder how long this lasts. Like, how many uses does this flower have? Ooh, it's very golden. How lovely. I'm gonna do a swirling action here. Do I look like I've been frolicking through rose petals yet? So that's the highlighter. Oh, it's so beautiful. For blush, I'm going to use, whoops, the Hourglass Brilliant Nude. I love this blush so much. Ugh. It's so good. It's perfect. And this was the blush I was wearing in that video with the mustard shirt as well, because I feel like it just gives such a healthy looking warmth to the skin, if you know what I mean. I kind of just want to spread that all over. Before we do the eyes, I'm going to fill in my brows using my go-to Benefit products. This is the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I have this in the shade 2, and then I have the Gimme Brow in the shade 1. So I'm going to be pretty lightly filling in my brows. I definitely want, I always want the more feathery look, so I'm just going to use this. I prefer this pencil out of their offerings because it has the really thin tip, so you can kind of make more hair-like strokes. And then I take a big fluffy brush and I just fluff that through the brow, and it takes away any of the harsh lines that you've drawn in while still leaving the color in the brow, if you know what I mean. I love the effect it gives. And then I take the Gimme Brow and I put it on top. It has fibers, thickens the hairs in the brows, and it sets in the hairs at the same time. So for the eyes, you guys, it was so simple. I didn't even pull out an eyeshadow palette for this. I literally just took my bronzer, as I always do, and I first applied this on the lid and into the crease, just all over with a big fluffy brush. This is the Smith Cosmetics 230 brush. I just took that all over. Whenever I look at red carpet makeup, I find that people just do very light things on the eyes. Like, even if it's smoky, I feel like it's still quite a nice light smoke. So I always try to do as little on the eyes, and if I want to make anything pop, it's going to be my lips. You know, I think that's just my favorite thing to feature, I guess. And I'm not actually sure what I'm wearing tonight. I have a couple of different color options, so depending on what I decide to go wear will determine what lipstick I'm going to wear. So I'm actually going to skip that for now. I'm just going to finish up the eyes. So sidetrack. Anyway, bronzer. That is one shade. That is the Marc Jacobs bronzer all over my face. And then I actually went in with the Marc Jacobs. This is the Gleam Girl number 82 SEE-QUINS Glam Glitter Eyeshadow. They brought these out for holiday. They are so gorgeous. Oh, this is the pressed eyeshadow. Here I feel like so many people are doing pressed eyeshadows, but that's because they are so beautiful. And I'm literally just patting my finger into this And I'm just gonna press that all over the lid. It's so gorgeous. This is very, very simple. Very, very similar to what I did in Friday's video, but it's what I wore in Tuesday's video, and so many of you guys asked for a tutorial, so here we are. And I feel like when you do a shadow like this, you just don't even need an eyeshadow. It's so perfect on its own. So that's what I did on the lid, and then I actually went in, and if you guys have been following me for a long time, the only makeup look I ever used to do was a faux winged liner, and I used to just always take my eyeshadow and create a little half wing with that, and I decided, I don't know, I was just feeling warm and cozy, and I wanted to go back and do another faux liner. So that's what I did in Tuesday's video, and I actually used this Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Eye Color in the shade Chocolate. So I took this and my little MAC 208 brush, it still has the remnant product on it from when I did that, and I just brushed it onto the pencil like this, and I actually start in the center of my eye. I press it right along the lash line, and I drag it out. And this pencil isn't too pigmented. It's actually quite light. It's a really nice light brown. And I just drag that along, and then I do a wing. So just dragging it from the bottom, like that. And then I press the brush on and pull it towards the lash line, like so. And I can like sit here forever trying to perfect the tip of this, just until it's perfect. Well, perfect for me. I mean, I've got some pretty low standards when it comes to my makeup, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like the faux liner, like a less intense liner, I'm not doing black, I'm not going crazy, I'm not doing it all the way across the eye. I feel like it's just so pretty and wispy, and it really nicely lifts the eyes. And it's one of my go-to looks whenever I'm going out for an event or getting ready for a special occasion. So starting at the middle of the lid and doing the same on this eye. Listen, I made the wings crooked. I don't know what to tell you. That's just the way they're gonna be. So I'm gonna take the YSL, the Shock Mascara, and try to be really careful with this because I always get this one on my lids. But I love it because it's so volumizing. And if you guys are sensitive to fragrance, do not wear this mascara. I repeat, do not. It will burn your eyeballs. Sometimes my eyes water when I use it, but sometimes it's okay. I just love, it's almost like a clumpy mascara, but not in a bad way. I feel like it clumps in just all the right places. Is that a thing? I don't know why I said that. So in the video, I wore the Lancome Ardent Sand lipstick, their new Rouge Drama Matte lipstick, but because I'm going with Burt's Bees, they actually sent me a ton of their lipsticks, so I wanted to wear one of these, and as I mentioned before, I'm not really sure what I'm wearing exactly yet, so I'm just going to put a nude one on to kind of finish off the look for you guys, and then I'm actually going to go decide what to wear. This one is the shade 502 Suede Splash. This is really pretty. I was thinking of either a nude or this dark shade Crimson Coast, depending on which outfit I choose to wear, because I have this like emerald dress, so depending on the vibe, depends on the lipstick. I forgot, I've already said that 5,000 times. Shut up, Alana, shut up. So that's the finished makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and go quickly curl my hair. I'm gonna get dressed and I'll show you guys the finished look. Okay guys, so I decided on the emerald dress. I actually did put the darker lip on, so the Crimson Coast lipstick. I'm gonna bring some backup pencils and actually a concealer as well, just in case I need to do any touch-ups after dinner. I don't know if I can show you the full thing, but this dress, I actually couldn't decide if I wanted to do like undone because there's actually a button here, but I feel like when I do it up like that, it looks like a night dress, but when it's undone, it looks more like event worthy, you know? And I feel like I could have done more with my hair because this is my like everyday go-to, but I don't know how to do my hair except for this, and I feel like I've actually finally nailed the undone tousled hair. So if you guys want me to do a hair tutorial, let me know. I'm using the T3 wand, a bunch of new hair products, like styling products, a really cool new dry shampoo. I've got the Estée Lalonde Daisy necklace on, as well as the matching earrings, my Monica Vinader rings, unknown nail polish, but it matches my lips. Oh my god, it matches my lips perfectly! And this is the finished get ready with me, you guys. So I'm going to take my concealer and lipstick. I'm packing the NARS concealer just because it's nice and thin. This is the finished look, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Everything will be listed in the description box down below that I have used on my face. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!